Thursday, the 27th of February. Today's the day that Roy Hodgson announces his England squad for the upcoming friendly against Denmark. It's the final friendly before the 30-man squad is named ahead of this summer's World Cup in Brazil. Roy is due to announce the squad at 3 PM, although the club and players are expected to find out in advance who has been selected. When the players arrive for training, there's no news. Spirits are still high. The phone call could come at any time, but there's no sign of nerves amongst Saints England hopefuls. Assistant manager Jesus Perez keeps checking his phone, expecting news to come at any moment. But when training finishes at just past midday, there's still no call. The players leave the training ground, still unsure about who has been selected.
Got 4 of them in.
4? Who is it?
We've got 4 of them in the squad.
Briggy Shea, I know. Oh, yes. I just rang you up and was like, just one, because he was like, oh yeah, no, it'll be better if there's a lot of
out
us.
at 3 o'clock.
We can eat together and that. I can't believe it, man. When he rang me as well, I was like, because it was Michelle or something.
Yeah,
she's and she was like, oh, I need to speak to you, so I just rang her.
Yeah, they do.
Then she was like, oh, Roy wants to speak to you. I was like, alright. I didn't actually know how to speak to him. I was like, hello.
Did you believe it or not?
Nah. Well, until when she texted me, then I knew something was up.
Yeah. Well, anytime.
Oh my God. Seriously, I didn't know what to say to him. I was like, oh, thank you.
Okay. Is that really
No, I'm gonna get a train. Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm gonna get a train and I'll be back. I'm just gonna do an interview and then I'll come, yeah?
He's going to be overwhelmed a little bit when he gets there, because I was, and I was 31 when I went, so he's going to be overwhelmed by obviously being with the players who are going to be there, but it's trying to enjoy. He deserves to be there, and he's good enough to be there.
Well, I think everyone who's watched him play recently will not deny that he deserves a place in a large squad like this. He's played extremely well. We think he's a very exciting talent. I've not worked with him with the under-21s. He wasn't in that squad, but I've seen him with the under-21 squad, so I've had the chance to meet him. But I think it was the right moment to invite him along with us, because obviously he's a player in this position, and we're very well off in the left full-back position. But he's a player who obviously wants to compete with the other two for a place on the plane to Brazil, and I thought this was the right time to bring him in and give him a chance to show what he can do.
I was obviously really chuffed for him. He's a great lad off the field, but on the field he's shown why he's been called up. I think it was only a matter of time until he did get called up. I think he's been great, so.
Let's keep going. The amount I've heard that noise, that ringtone.
That is banter. He just said that. Just let me do it. Sure. What?
This ain't happening, is it?
Go.
We'll try again.
Stop laughing now.
I don't care.
I want to listen.
You can listen.
Listen to what our England internationals have said.
It it wasn't just the 4 England players going off on England duty. James Ward-Prowse was heading away with England under-21s, looking to make his 7th appearance for Gareth Southgate's side.
Looks like James Ward-Prowse! Oh, what a superb free kick from Ward-Prowse!
James has scored twice for England under-21s and was hoping to line up against Wales for their European under-21 qualifier at Derby's iPro Stadium. Meanwhile, Callum Chambers, Harrison Reed, Sam Gallagher and Matt Targett were all called up for England under-19s for their friendly against Turkey. Callum has made 17 Premier League appearances. That's more than the rest of the England under-19 squad put together. He's still striving for his first goal though.
Whips it into the 6-yard area and the goalkeeper didn't come for it. And at the back post, Callum Chambers almost had a dream goal.
Callum boasts the proud stat of never losing in an England under-19 shirt. He's played 14 times at that level, winning 10 and drawing 4. Meanwhile, Callum's housemate Harrison Reed was called up for his country for the first time. After completing his scholarship last season, Harry has already made 5 first-team appearances, including against Manchester City in the Premier League.
Look at this, Dave, having faith in your kids. Harrison Reed makes his first Premier League appearance. He comes on for Stephen Davis. Dummy from Reed, tries to go around the outside of Kolarov. He's not short of confidence, is he?
Harry also started in the Capital One Cup at Sunderland, whilst featuring 12 times for Saints under-21s. Also called up for the first time was Sam Gallagher. The 18-year-old has rose to prominence this season, making 8 Premier League appearances, including starting up front against Arsenal.
6'4" Scotsman Sam Gallagher gets his full Premier League debut, and what a night for him. Saints rattling Arsenal, catching in possession, low shot from Gallagher, saved by Szczesny, away to the right-hand side.
Sam scored against Yeovil in the FA Cup and had represented Scotland under-19s before switching his allegiances. Matt Targett is yet to make a first-team appearance for Saints, but was named on the bench for the Capital One Cup tie with Bristol City earlier this season. The 18-year-old has made the left-back spot his own for Saints under-21 side and celebrated his latest call-up by scoring his first goal in Saints' 1-0 win over Tottenham. There was, however, one player who was already away on England duty. Josh Sims is probably a name not too many Saints fans are familiar with, but he was called up for England under-17s for the first time as the Young Lions took part in the Algarve tournament. And Josh had an absolute dream start, scoring on his international debut against Holland. Look out for him in the top right corner of your screen as he makes a dummy run before checking back and receiving an inch-perfect ball over the top. Fantastic first-time control and one more touch before slamming past the Dutch goalkeeper. Josh had originally been on standby before receiving a call-up the day before the team flew out to the Algarve. He went on to assist 2 more goals in the tournament, much to the delight of Saints under-18s coach Jason Dodd.
Well, we've been lucky. Obviously, Matt Crocker used to be the academy manager here. He's out there at the moment. He managed to get off his Sun Langer and phone me up and tell me, obviously in Josh's first game, scored and assisted, and from what Matthew said, was the best player on the pitch. And then coming on against Portugal, and obviously got the assist for that goal as well, and did well in that 20 minutes. So it's proven that Simsy's been fantastic for us. That's why he's been around the development group, and just getting the recognition he deserves is all credit to him.
It's really capping off a fine season for him as well, as he's scoring, assisting on a regular basis. He's looking like a real threat for the under-18 side. So to bring that on the international stage is just so encouraging for him.
Well, it's getting him mentioned in our development group, and the thing is now, I think people are seeing how well some of our players are doing, and they're getting internationally recognised about it. So from our point of view, if the players are performing and doing well, which they are, people will watch them and people will want to put them in their international setup.
Well, without Josh, Saints under-18s showed no signs of stuttering. They scored 5 without reply against Aston Villa. More good signs from the Saints Academy, but in truth, there was only one story from the Saints Academy that the press were truly focused on.
Sport now in football. Southampton's 18-year-old defender Luke Shaw has been called up to the full England squad.
I saw him play. Luke Shaw, I was lucky to watch him play at 16. Saw him play within 30 seconds. I was, right, who is this kid? Because he knocked it inside, went on a galloping run down the wing, whipped a beautiful cross in. Straight away you knew it was instant. It's the worst kept secret in football, by the way, how good he is. He
You could see it in one move, could you?
Without doubt, yeah. My son was playing against him in a game, and just instant players you can see. They talked about the golden bunch of players that they've got, and Chambers is another one.
Chambers is the other one as well.
I thought Chambers actually played better yesterday than Shaw did. So there's another one, and I think Chambers could play centre half.
You've got to be mentally strong, and I think Luke, since he's come in, I've been very impressed with his mentality. He's just took to everything what's come his way, and he's stayed calm. He hasn't got blown away by anything, so no, it's full credit to him.
Does anything faze him? It doesn't seem like anything really does affect him.
It doesn't, and it's not just him. It's Prowse, it's Callum, it's the mentalities are superb, and the good examples for young ones these days that they've got the priorities right and they know it's important.
Well, Luke's inclusion may have overshadowed the fact that Saints had 4 players in the England squad for the first time ever, including a 4th call-up for Ricky Lambert.
Here it comes, delivery towards the penalty spot, and it's headed in! It's Ricky Lambert! Oh my goodness, he's scored on his debut!
No, I'm absolutely over the moon again. It means everything to get called up for the country. I was unsure about myself. I was really confident with the other 3. I was a little bit unsure about myself.
Of course, Ricky, you know, he's grasped this chance of international football, hasn't he, really? And you know, every single time the squad comes out, his name's in it. He must be really, really happy to be in there again with this one.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ricky's almost cemented in that squad now. He had a valuable part to play in qualification with a couple of vital goals. His forms and his goal scoring's always the same at Southampton. So no, it's normal. As I said, it's normal for him, and it's normal for us to have him in the squad.
Obviously very high pressured, and you can feel that when you get into the team. But no, I don't really expect anything. I think I can just try and work hard and try my best, and that's all I can give. And if I can come back and say I've done that, then and it don't work out, then I'll be happy that I've worked hard and tried everything I can to be involved.
So on Sunday the 2nd of March, Saints' 9 England players all went off with their respective squads. Ricky, Luke, Jay and Adam made the short journey to the Grove Hotel in Hertfordshire.
Sure, yeah.
Mate, you alright? Yeah, good. Hi, mate. Yeah. I thought you got back into it well and training Chelsea. Fine, that was all right. Oh, Ricky? Yeah, good, thanks. We went to Manaus for the first game.
4 Southampton players in the squad. What does that feel like?
It's brilliant. It obviously proves how far the club's come, and to have 4 lads representing the country this week is fantastic. Ricky's been involved in a few squads now. Me and J-Rod, it's our 2nd time, and for Shorey to come in, it undoubtedly helps him, as he's only 18 years old. So it'll be great for us all this week to gain some experience and hopefully get some minutes Wednesday night.
There is a lot of young players coming through at the moment, and it's a credit to I think to the academies around England and to the English League and to what we have to offer as a young group of players.
What have you made of Luke Shaw's performances this season in the Premier League?
I think he's been absolutely outstanding. As an 18-year-old, the maturity that he's been playing with and the consistency level that he's been playing at has been unbelievable. And you know, I've always known that Luke's been a fantastic player. Obviously, being at Southampton, I saw him come through the ranks, and he was only a few years younger than me. But you know, he's shot up and he's matured and he's grown physically, and he's taken that into the first team at Southampton. And I think it's been a rapid rise for him, but he's handled it really well. And you know, I speak to all the Southampton lads, and they say how level-headed he's been, and his performances have been brilliant.
Well, the England team trained at Tottenham's training ground ahead of their match with Denmark. Meanwhile, 4 more Saints players were enjoying a change of scenery as England under-19s stayed at Carden Park in Chester. Saints representatives were all looking to be part of the side to take on Turkey. The England under-19s are run by Noel Blake, who despite his Portsmouth connections is all too familiar with Southampton's players, having made James Ward-Prowse his captain last season.
Wardy, he's just one of them boys that loves football. You know, the first time I worked with James was in Germany, with a 94 group out in Germany. And I just watched him prepare, and his professionalism and his dedication to himself, what was right for him, was magnificent to watch for a young boy at that stage, because he went to the corridor and prepped himself. You know, he knew what was required for his game, and he went and delivered and had a very good game in Germany. You know, in the past, and certainly with Callum in this year in particular, when they've put a taste of the first team, it's a different sort of intensity to their game, their training. The mannerism is totally different to a degree. Not in a way that I'm saying that they're wrong in any way, shape or form previously, but they've got a more purposeful stride about them, more business-like if you want. And then in a funny sort of way, their leadership skills could become better, because their standards is so much more higher than the lads, if you like, who are not playing the first teams.
One remarkable statistic, the 4 Southampton players away with England under-19s have made more first-team appearances than the other 13 players in the squad put together, and Noel believes that younger players should be given an opportunity with their clubs.
I've felt this for a long time, because I genuinely feel a lot of good young English talent. But it's like anything else, you've got to get opportunities, and also the players have got to warrant the opportunities. So I'm sure, you know, the likes of Callum, you know, Wardy from last year, and even Luke, if those boys were delivering, I'm sure they wouldn't have been turned on this first team. So it's got to come from the players as well. It's one thing having ability, but you've got to apply yourself and challenge the senior management team to say, you know, hey, I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. You know, give me an opportunity. And then when you get your opportunity, grasp it. Southampton board have done it very, very well. And for us, we're delighted when they're in the England system because of their sort of attitude, the way they apply themselves, both on and off the field. We've never had an issue with any of the Southampton players in any way, shape or form, unless going back over a long period of time.
Sam Gallagher joined up with England under-19s for the first time, having decided to make the switch from representing Scotland.
Well, when I first sort of went to play for Scotland, I saw it as a great opportunity to get some international experience, sort of get out there a bit. And then, yeah, when I sort of heard that England were sort of kind of interested, I thought, yeah, I couldn't really turn it down.
How do you assess your season so far? Because from back in August when you were playing under-18s games to now being here with England and playing regularly in the Premier League, I mean, you couldn't have dreamt that back in August, I guess.
No way would I thought I'd be in the position I am sort of at the moment. So yeah, I've just got to enjoy it and hopefully push on from now.
And so it came to the matches. At Derby's iPro Stadium, James Ward-Prowse started for England under-21s against Wales. It meant he came up against Saints teammate and fellow academy graduate Lloyd Isgrove. Meanwhile, at Chester's Swansway Stadium, 3 Saints players made the starting lineup for England under-19s. Callum Chambers captained the side, whilst Matt Targett and Sam Gallagher also made the 11. Harrison Reed was named on the bench. And at Wembley, all 4 of Saints representatives started on the sidelines.
Substitutes 12 Liam Moore, 13 Jonathan Long, 19 Jamal Hussain.
Redmond, busy, fizzing around the place. Good hit, England lead. And if it's been coming from anyone, it's been coming from him.
Lallana takes the corner short for Sterling. Back to Lallana, left edge of the penalty area. There's the cross. Sturridge with a header. Sturridge scored for England in the final 10 minutes of an anemic game. But Daniel Sturridge scores for England as he does for Liverpool. It was an acute header.
Okay, there we go, everybody. Final score: Turkey 0, England 3.
Yeah, I was just really pleased to get on the pitch. First touch was a bit off, but no, I was pleased with how I done. Boys helped me out, talked me through the game, and I was really pleased with it.
It's obviously good to get another cap under my belt. Turkey were a tougher side. They sat back and it was hard to play through them, but lucky enough we got the 3 goals.
It was a game that we knew we could win, and you know, we've got great quality in our squad, and we knew that Wales would provide a difficult challenge for us, and they did so, and it took a bit of magic from Nathan Redmond to get the goal.
Just got to keep working harder. You know, the carrot's there for everyone to see, for all the lads here. There's probably going to be injuries, there's going to be disappointment along the way, but as long as I give it my all, that's all I can do.
So a little extra incentive for you tonight with James Ward-Prowse on the other side.
Yeah, don't know. In the game, you focus on the game. Like you can't. Doesn't matter if your friend's off the pitch or whatever. Obviously, I know Carl Jenkinson well as well, but. Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know, Izzy's a good mate of mine, and you know, it was good to sort of see him on the pitch and stuff. So yeah, no, it was great to get the win over him.
On a serious note, though, of course, 2 Saints Academy players playing at this level. You know, with everything else going on, this one could have been overlooked. This is a great achievement for the boys, for the team.
Yeah, of course, you know, and you've got all the other lads, you know, at the 19s, and obviously Luke at the seniors, and all the other lads at the seniors. So, you know, there's great international recognition, not just from England, but you know, all over the world. And you know, that's credit to the football club for producing youngsters and obviously attracting world-class players.
Saints' 9 England representatives returned to Staplewood the next morning, all of them finishing on the winning side. And for probably the most prolific of those, it was a time to reflect.
This was probably the most nervous I've ever felt. I was sat next to Ads on the bench and just telling him like I'm coming on. Like I knew I was coming on. Obviously I got told earlier on that day, but yeah, excited, you know. And as soon as I got on the pitch, it just all the nerves went, and I just enjoyed every bit of it.
It seemed for those of us watching that it was the same Luke Shaw we've seen 50, 60 times playing for Southampton. It was your normal, confident game, really.
Yeah, just that's what I tried to focus on. Just play my normal game. I had a word with Frank Lampard before the game, and he said like I've been in this situation before. You're 18 years old, and I know how you're feeling. You are going to feel nervous, but make sure you enjoy every minute of it, and just play how you've been playing at your club.
Got yourself forward and everything like that. There was no sort of holding back at all, was there, really, on your part?
Nah, in a game like that, you know, when people were obviously Roy's watching and he's thinking about a 23-man squad, I've got to go all out, and yeah, I did go forward, and that's the main aspect of my game, you know, to move forward up the pitch, and I did that.